Yes.
Right. What did you major in when you are in college?
Okay, I majored in philosophy, but I took Chinese, and I got so many hours in Chinese, and there were other people who wanted to get into the university. They made me major in Chinese. They said, you have to major in Chinese. I said, I'm not majoring in Chinese. No, he says, you have to. You look at all the hours you have. Well, but Chinese is very complicated. To learn 1 year, you have to study for a long time, right? And I was, like I said, I was reading Confucius and like Chinese philosophy and Chinese literature. They said, nope, you have to major. So then I had to study Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong his works.
Yeah.
So I used to be on the bus with the Xiaohongshu, little red book.
Yeah.
And people, and I'd be on the bus and people would say, wow, the little red book. Are you a communist? I said, no. I'm a student. I have to read this. I have a test on Mao next Monday, so I'm reading all this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So, but we had to study Chinese. Then I had to study Chinese art and history and other things to major in Chinese, and so I ended up majoring in Chinese. Then I studied computer science in graduate school and English in graduate school. But for 1 year, I don't have an English degree. But I studied computer science and have a computer science master's.
What do you really have some interest in?
What do I have interest in?
Yeah.
Well, lots of different things. Travel is something that our whole family likes to travel.
Yeah.
So when we plan for a trip, for example, I said that I studied Spanish. I had learned a little bit of Spanish years ago, but then about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, my wife and I went to Spain. And so I studied Spanish for a few months before we went. And it was, then there were times I actually would be in places where we would visit. People didn't speak English, so I could speak to them in Spanish. And so I'm studying German now too for a trip. So when we travel, we like to observe the culture and kind of have a long trip. So in Germany, we plan to stay for 3 weeks. We stayed for, I think, 3 or 4 weeks in Spain, and 3 weeks in mainland China a few years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So
how
travel.
many countries are you traveling?
Okay, how many countries have I visited? Not too many. Let's see, probably about 8 for me. And I think my wife would be closer to 20.
Right.
Yeah. When she was younger, she used to take more trips, and she'd visit several countries. And when I traveled, like after college, just after college, that I would go to one country, like France, and just go to different parts of one country, and she would go to different countries. So she visited many more different countries.
And what country are you favorite?
My favorite country? It depends where I am, I think. Sometimes you think that everything is perfect for a few days, and you say, boy, this is the best place in the world, right? But I think it's, if you're happy, any place you are is the best at that time. So so Taiwan, like being in Kunding, it was very nice. We're close to the ocean, and every morning I walked along the beach and stuff. It was very nice. I enjoyed that.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure.